There is local content that is relevant to us. If you look at the Google Maps and all the rest, news that are hosted in CNN that are about Nigeria are actually local content that are good for our own consumption, but they are hosted outside. That is foreign content created in foreign lands, hosted in foreign countries. There are local contents that we create here. All our websites, all our videos that we create and generate, the Iroko TVs and all the rest, our newspapers, the media houses, NTA, channels, TV, are all contents that are created locally within Nigeria. But where are those contents? I assure you, if you look at NTA Live, you are actually watching it from Europe. If you are watching channels TV Live, you are actually watching from Europe. I'm talking about online here, not from the satellite. Online, they actually stream outside just for it to come back. That's the second category of content. Content that we actually create that is meant for us, but we actually export it just for us to import it back into the country. The third aspect is actually content that we generate locally. We create that content and we host it locally. And that is our encore objective. How do we bring that content back into the country? Recently, in those last 10 years, there were no key data centers. Right now, in the last 3-4 years, we have excellent data centers that are globally certified, tier 3 data centers, MDX, what do you call them, Rack Center, MTN, and the rest. So we have the infrastructure to host our content here. And what we are pushing and advocating is that let's push back all our content locally. Because if you look at the disadvantage of hosting in foreign lands, is one, you export the content just for you to import it back, and therefore the end users pay for it. It's far away. The second one is the capital flight. Right now everybody is complaining. We are importing literally everything, including the content that we are browsing. So companies that are into hosting, Central Bank of Nigeria, I assure you, and so many other government agencies are actually hosting all that information outside, and they are paying in US dollars, and that is capital flight. The third aspect is actually the security aspect, where you host your content internationally, and those people have access to your content and they can mine it. The fourth one is actually the business continuity aspect, where we totally depend on our content that is hosted internationally. So we totally depend on the submarine cables to communicate. So between the president and his SAs, the email server is in the US, he sent an email, the email has to go to US just for it to come back to the PA. Imagine when there is a major crisis and tsunami and all the submarine cables are down. What happens? The president and his PA cannot communicate because we totally rely on that infrastructure for us to